Hey everybody! My name is Nazo and welcome back to my channel. Now today, we're gonna take things a little bit different. Honestly, this is gonna be just more of me playing the game while I give an update to my channel. So I am just gonna kind of start from the beginning. My presence has been a little weird on the channel. At least it's been a lot more absent than I would like. What? But let's just go over what I have here. So, where have I been? Now, for those of you who have been following me for a little bit now, you may know that my presence is a little flaky. Cool. Oh no, I'm gonna lock in at some moments and I'm gonna forget that the point of this entire video. Honestly, some of it can really just be chalked up to poor time management. That's kind of what I've been saying in my videos. But really honestly, I've just been kind of been adjusting to the whole systematics of learning to record. There's one thing you're gonna know about me: I suck at technology. I just can't really absorb information very well when it comes to like things with computers and cables and junk and softwares. So when I first bought my computer, it was a lot of getting adjusting to my new PC, because for the longest time I've always worked with a laptop, a very rundown old laptop. It always got me through my art careers. But now that I'm going to more video and recording, a lot of it has needing me to step up and try to understand different recording platforms, as well as trying to figure out what I need for my computer to actually have these platforms nicely running. And so, due to this, when I got my computer, it ran a little slow, not as ideally as I would like it to. So I tried to get videos out. That was pretty much me posting up my first video and all my other videos in between. And the things that I would run into, the issues I would run into, would be that my computer ran extremely slow. I tried to have my computer set up for a rather fast optimal setup, but oh, how did I juke him? Oh, jokes! Every time I try to edit, my computer had a really hard time with dealing with just the amount of information I was trying to work with, even though it was just me recording for a little bit. The entire recording and editing process was extremely slow. Way too slow to make sense, because it seemed like I could definitely work faster. It wasn't even to the point where I just didn't know the programs. It came to the point where I'm like, okay, definitely something's up. So I did a bit of researching. I was trying to figure out why everything was really slow running, how I can try to optimize my workflow. I tried to learn my best with the programs and see how I can work faster, and it always ended up being something that felt like a hardware problem. So naturally, I tried to work more to save up for, oh lord, try to save up for better hardware. And so here comes the pauses in between my uploads, where I started posting less so I can get more hours at work, so I could get some more so I can get some, some better material for my computer. And so just overall me trying to work out some stuff, trying to make sure I can save enough for getting some better systematics. Most of the time between my first video and this video was me mostly just trying to figure out my computer, figure out my programs, figure out this new creative style. That kind of made some unbalanced posting, but I kept on nonetheless. I was really excited to start this journey, but unfortunately that was held in pause. Oh my god, how did I take that back? It wasn't until holiday of last year where I ran into a devastating issue. So, what exactly happened with my computer? Right before I left for the holidays, there was some construction in my neighborhood, and unfortunately it had cut the power to the my entire street. And that unfortunately short-circuited my computer, and it pretty much ended up killing my motherboard, on top of other issues that got destroyed along with the blackout. Basically, all my recordings, all my artwork files, honestly, it was such a dreadful time. I was not even able to boot anything up. Only my keyboard and my mouse worked, so I'm like, why am I always the only one in the middle here? But yeah, so I wasn't even sure if I've had everything saved, if anything can be recovered. So it was, honestly, I went to the holidays very bitter, very sad, because I wasn't even sure if I could even recover anything by the time I was back. So one anxiety-filled holiday later, I came back. I tried my best to figure out how I can fix it for myself. Once again, I am not very tech savvy, so I unfortunately had to do what most consumers do and pay somebody to do the job for me. So I took it to your usual tech place, and I was like, please help my dying child. I am desperate. So they let me know it would be $800 to fix it. I know probably there's some computer nerds out there who know I might as well have just built a new PC myself, but I did not have the brain cells to make a whole new PC for myself. So I decided to take the L and just buy the parts, the new parts that I needed, as well as the repairs. So finally the day came where I was able to spend enough money and get the repairs done. And so, back to square one, I had to reset everything up. Luckily, nothing of importance was lost. I still had my art files, and I still had all of my recording that I'd previously done. Yee! No, come on! So, yippee! Backlog is still there, but unfortunately, there were a lot of issues with hardware and software adjustment. There was a lot of gripes that I had with my new setup. I wasn't very good with my computer in the first place, but I knew for a fact I ended up getting having a lot more problems with my computer 2.0 than when I had it the first time. So I'm like, okay, what the heck is up? I tried my best to figure it out. I, once again, was hitting my head against a brick wall, and I called in for backup. I called my big sister over. We didn't really get very far. She did help with some things, but weirdly enough, they wouldn't stick. Oh wait. I was actually this close to completely selling it off. Selling it off and building my own PC, and by building my own PC, I mean giving it to my partner and my sister's boyfriend to get them to build me a PC. Luckily, my partner was able to knock some sense into me. He was able, God bless him, he was able to get everything fixed up for me, at least the majority of it. He pretty much solved like 99.9% of my problems. But unfortunately, the only problem that wasn't fixed was the major glaring one, that I unfortunately could not hear or record any of my game audio. Now, this one was probably the roughest part of the entire process. Ah! At least I got him. Okay, stop locking in. We need to talk about the thing. I could not, for the life of me, figure out what was wrong. I didn't know why the computer wasn't registering it, and why it did at times register it. My sister didn't know, my partner didn't even know. I could not find anything on the internet. It wasn't until I miraculously one day decided to hunker down, lock the fuck in, and tried my best to figure out what the hell to do with how the hell to fix the problem. So, I'm over here losing my mind, and I see some information. I see that, you know, you need a strong cable. Maybe you need a shorter cable. But more importantly, that you may need to connect the cable to a 3.0 USB port. I'm over here. I look for the USB 3.0 port, and I jam my Elgato in. Oh man, I haven't played Clan Blitz in a while. Okay, focus. Nice one, boys. Oh my god, Nazo, stop locking in. This was where the part happened where a lot of the times it worked and a lot of the times it didn't. There would be times where I would be convinced that I'd be able to get back to recording, and then suddenly the program no longer registers the audio. Let alone the computer doesn't even register the thing. So luckily I finally gained some knowledge on tech. And I was able to apply the knowledge that, okay, since some of this isn't working, I now know that it has to be some outer problem. God, I don't even remember what I was even speaking about. I don't even know what part of my little notes that I'm in right now. So yeah, so I'm trying to figure out where the problem lies with the cable. Because thanks to my Elgato system, it said that it was still not plugged in a 3.0 port. And I'm like, why? It is. Clearly it is. So I start looking on my computer. Lo and behold, I see on my computer a 3.2 port. So I pop that sucker in. Because, you know, naturally, the bigger the number, the bigger the thing, right? Oh! And miraculously, it worked. As you guys can tell, I am fully able to record again. Finally, all my problems solved thanks to a stupid little part that was there all along. So thank God I finally got that figured out. And luckily, I haven't had any issues. I did also had some scary issues at the start of this recording, but luckily it was just having my computer wake up a little bit, recognize my microphone. But it seems like we are completely back in action. So I guess the next question is, what happens now? Okay, putting myself in timeout until I can freaking get this video done. I'm gonna be working on my backlog. I have a list of videos that I'm gonna edit. Hopefully they won't take me too long, but just as a reminder, I am a one-person team, as much as other YouTubers are in their humble beginnings. It's just me doing all my recording, editing, and thumbnail art. So, unfortunately, I am also a full-time adult that unfortunately works a 9-to-5 job, 40 hours a week. And as, you know, as I mentioned at the start of this video, I suck at time management. But I am very much looking forward to actually hunkering down and getting serious with all this, being able to make entertainment and doing the things that I love, like art and games. So yeah, for the most part, it's gonna be old content for the next few uploads, and hopefully I could sneak in some new content, because, you know, with a new 10.0 update and all of the 30 weapons that I'm gonna have to play, along with the new map, hopefully we will get some new content out for that, and hopefully soon. Now for the lightning round. So, do I have a Switch 2? No, I do not. I am poor. Will I get a Switch 2? Yes, hopefully sometime in the near future, whenever they decide to restock that thing. What are you planning to upload now? Honestly, for the most part, still some Splatoon. I am not sure if I'm going to be still posting up some Mario Kart stuff now that World is out. I'm hoping to get my Switch 2 and post up more of World. When exactly are you going to be uploading? I'm still going to be planning to keep my regular upload. I am planning to keep it every Friday, and hopefully someday it's going to be, now that my whole setup is working a lot more faster than previously, it's going to be a little bit more frequent. But yes, expect to still have uploads to get some new uploads soon every Friday at noon Eastern time. So if you guys are interested in that, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys would follow. Thank you for my wonderful subscribers for sticking with me. Thank you for not leaving. And thank you for any curious viewer that's been stuck to the end of this video. So I guess that's really all that's left to say. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. See ya!